On this episode of Street Rack Garage, we are back again at the Indiana Auto Auction, and it is probably the best time of year to buy. Let's have a look around. Now, normally I try to keep these cars in order as to the way they run in the auction, but there's just too many cars around here, and that's not going to happen today. But there are a lot of interesting things, so we have a lot to look at. Now, the first thing that I found interesting is this 2011 Chevy Camaro. It looks a lot better on the pictures than it does in person, so that's why you have to come down here and look at them. But this has definitely seen better days. So you got your typical Camaro driver, probably a young kid or something. Been bashing on this one quite a bit. It looks like this door was bent open, and there's a train. We'll just ignore that. So yeah, this one is pretty good shape for what it is, or it's in okay shape for what it is. How about that? Okay, well, I am starting to take that back. It's bent up here. This door's been repainted. This quarter panel has been repainted, and it has been dented in this quarter panel as well. This back bumper is out of alignment. Oh, it's an RS. It's probably a 6-cylinder. Well, the top looks cool. It's got a sunroof. Wonder what it has under the hood. I'm guessing the V6 engine in it. Yep, she has the V6 in it. They put these big old covers on it to try to fool you, but you just peek underneath there and you can see how small that guy is. But looks like it's been sitting for a while. There's a lot of debris underneath the hood, but yeah, look at those leaves and junk all back in that corner. So don't know what happened to this one. It was mistreated, but if you're looking for something to LS swap, I mean, it'd fit right in. Imagine putting a truck LS in a Camaro. But the inside is actually pretty decent all the way around. So there's your start. If you don't care about what it looks like on the outside, only has 100,000 miles on it. The inside is a little bit of a smell, but it's not bad on the inside. It looks good. So what will this bring? I'm gonna guess about $3,000. If it brings more than that, I'll be surprised, because this is fall and the prices are down on everything. This is absolutely the best time to buy. You have to get in here before people get their tax checks back, because once that happens, it's going to be crazy. That $3,000 Camaro is going to turn into a $6,000 Camaro. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. A 1996 Chevy Impala SS. Hopefully this is a real one and not a clone. I can't remember the ways that you can tell, but it should have a center console, that's for sure. So let's look in here real quick and see if it has that, which it does have the center console, and I'm pretty sure this is not the original dashboard. What is this? Is this just a cover? Yeah, this is just a cover. The seats, yeah, they've been redone too. The stitching isn't right. The color's not right. No, look at that. That's bad. Somebody tried to make something probably back in early 2000s-ish, I would say. But this interior is not looking good. It's all worn back here. That's yuck. Yeah, that's yuck. Not good. Like, they have the old Kenwood CD player. That was cool back in the days. Some sort of probably amp adjustment and a thing for your microphone for your cell phone. A giant bungee cord for some reason. I wonder what that's for. But overall, it is a pretty good looking car. The rims need to be redone. At least it still has the original SS rims on it, I think. Yeah, those are the Impala rims. Impala SS. It looks legit. I mean, this I'm pretty sure this has been repainted. That's a lot of flake, and I can't remember if they did this color in these cars or not. So I'm gonna guess maybe this was a black one at one time with the gray interior. I think that was a pretty popular color combination back then. I want to make sure it should have a 350 LT engine underneath the hood as well. Well, I guess the engine is going to remain a secret because the latch is broken. So that's something you got to be wary about. Sometimes they do that on purpose, the person that's selling the car, so you can't look underneath the hood and see what's there. But hopefully it starts and runs at least. Anyway, what else do we have? There's a lot of good stuff here. Okay, here is another one. This is a GMC Denali, but also has seen better days. Something you have to worry about is rust on these guys in the Midwest. That hood is kind of nasty. So when you see something like that, you're gonna want to check the frame. So we're gonna have to come under here and look at the frame to make sure it is still in good shape, which this one, it appears to be just fine actually. It's a lot better. It's a lot better underneath here than it is underneath that hood. So, and the rockers while we're under here. That's really weird that these rockers aren't rusted out, but the hood is messed up like it is. That's actually pretty good. We got some right there in the quarter panel though. It's starting to bubble through, but it still feels really solid. So, yeah, not as bad as I thought. It's a 2012 with like 180,000 miles on it, was it? 184,000 miles on it. It's actually it's pretty good. Nice seats in it. Got the center entertainment center, third row seating, and it's all in good shape with 184,000 miles on it, which is nothing on one of these trucks. So I would not be afraid to drive this one to California. It's got the hitch on the back too. I kind of need that. The only thing that I do not like about the GMC are the headlights. They're so big. There's so much going on right here. Let's close this hood so we can see what it looks like. I don't know. I don't like the grill. I don't like the headlights, but I like the rest of the truck. Could always change that. I like the Silverado or the Tahoe front end a lot better. I like those mirrors. I like those rims. I don't like the fact that it has a tinted front windshield because that's highly illegal and asking to be pulled over. And they can impound your vehicle for that, FYI. But this is not bad. I'm gonna guess 4,000, 4,500 on this one. Now, if you want to pretend to be a baller and don't have a whole lot of money, you can get this this Porsche SUV. I forgot what they call these. Are oh, it's on the back. I can't remember what these are called, but it has 173,000 miles on it, and it's an 04. So this actually ought to go pretty cheap. There's nothing more inexpensive than an old performance car. What is this called? Cayenne, that's right. Bumper hitch on the back though, dual exhaust. It's been scraped up real good. So, and it's been sitting somewhere. It's filthy on the top, but it's clean on the side. So whoever owned this was short. Oh, you can even see the mark where the power washer. They just couldn't quite reach all the way up there. So somebody short had one of these. This is probably a dealer trade-in, I would imagine, but the windshield's cracked. I wonder how much that cost. If it says Porsche and you need a part for it, it's going to be expensive just because, you know, of the name. 173,000 on it, and I don't know anything about these, but the cockpit looks cool on the inside, but it's definitely outdated, but I like it. I would drive it if it was cheap enough, but Yeah, that's not bad. And believe it or not, this is actually up for sale. And it has a hydraulic leak. But where else can you find a forklift going through an auction? Well, I guess a equipment sale. But oh, if it had big tires on it, I would love to have this. But this would not do good around the shop. We'd have to keep it inside the shop, and it couldn't go anywhere outside where we need it. But I have no idea how much one of these is even worth. But man, if it went for like 500 bucks, I would buy it. Huh. And I don't know what I'd do with it. I don't need it. I'm just gonna walk away now. And we have a couple of Volkswagens. Who does not like a good old-fashioned, well, it's old now, 2000 with 170k Volkswagen Beetle. This is a turbo. It's got the turbo wing on it. That is fancy. It should say turbo on it. I thought they did, but that's a turbo wing. So let's see if this is an actual turbo or not. Now the problem with these Beetles, these door panels, they always get trashed. And the newer ones have like a vinyl insert here that always peels off. These door handles come apart. I mean, this is really common Volkswagen stuff right here. And oh, the original stereo is gone. There's another CD player. What's up with all the CD players? Is this a pull-out? Well, it is now, but it wasn't designed to be. For all you young people, you wouldn't know what a pull-out is, but we used to have a handle on our radios, and we'd pull them out of the dash to keep them from being stolen, and we walk around the mall with them. So yeah, but look at that door panel. That is awful. And yeah, not good. So ought to keep the price down though. But the seats aren't bad. The seats usually get beat up on these cars, but this is in nice shape. We can't look underneath the hood because the hood latch is missing on this one too. So I never liked that, but good seats, a lot of good parts in this. Whoop, what was that? Oh, see, there's no power. The windows are supposed to come down when you open the door, and then they close and go back up when you close the door. So this one, not only can you not get underneath the hood, you can't roll the windows up or down or close the doors properly. So that could be a problem. I thought this was a pull, but maybe it's not. Well, you know, worst case scenario, it is a really good parts car because people buy these parts like crazy. These headlights especially. You can buff these out, you know, get a couple $100 out of the headlights. The fender, the front end, the hood, all that stuff. The doors, there's a couple $1,000s worth of parts just in body right there. So that's one thing that they're good for. Now, just down the street here is another Volkswagen Beetle, a 2001 with 143, and it is yellow, a whole lot of yellow. Another thing that happens with these cars, all these rockers right here, you always getting dents from running over some sort of big rock or something, because these are real light and they're hollow on the inside. And yeah, you run over something and they get dented up. But this one, it's not bad, I guess. I'm guessing this probably belonged to a young lady. Yeah, there's a stick shift though. So yeah, that's cool. You don't see the stick shifts a whole lot anymore. That is a good anti-theft device. So probably an older woman, I'm gonna guess, because who drives a stick anymore? But it's fairly well taken care of. It's also having the door panel issue. It looks like somebody went out and bought some aftermarket door pulls for this one, and they put on this sort of aftermarket, or made this, I don't know what. So maybe it was an older lady that was good with stitching and made this herself, probably. It's on both sides. Oh, it's missing the glove box door. See, I actually have a glove box door for this car, and this broken panel too. So that's another common thing, the door boxes break off of these. So that's probably about a, you know, $40, $50 piece right there. That's got the sunroof. Wonder if that works. This is not bad, really. 143. I bet this one was maintained pretty well. I don't think I'd be scared of this one. And this one, I think this has a 2.0 in this year. I can't remember. I don't see it right here anywhere, but they were okay cars. This is another thing that happens to them. All that gets loose. So, and for some reason, the yellow on these cars always fade real bad. I don't know if you can buff those back out to bring that back out, this yellow, but I think these are just done after a few years baked in the sun. But yeah, it's an okay car. See, there was a sticker here. I like it. I wouldn't give a bunch of money for it, but I like it. Now the problem with that one, who's going to buy it being a manual? The people that want that car probably going to be young college students, and if you pull those stickers off, yeah, it's going to be a different shade of yellow underneath, so you can't even get rid of the stickers. You have to leave the stickers, so that narrows down the margin even further. You're going to have to find a hippie, probably young college female, that knows how to drive a stick shift. I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, we have boats. Not all of these are coming up for sale on this auction, but they will be coming up for sale, so might want to check that out. This looks like a little cabin cruiser. Now this one is going to go through the auction, and well, this is an excellent time to buy a boat. It is it's almost winter, and who's gonna want to buy this boat in the winter? Exactly. So I want to look inside of it. How does this work? There's no step. Yeah, this doesn't fold out. There's no step. Is that solid? I don't know about this. I hope this doesn't break. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's a little rough on the inside. Okay. This used to be, ooh, that crack. That's cracking. Anyway, this used to be a nice boat, but it's a bayliner. Yeah, bayliners don't have the best reputation, but if you just want to get out there and do some stuff, it's not bad. Should be an hour meter. I don't see it though. What is in here? How do we open this? Apparently like that. And what does she have in here? It's dark and scary. I guess there's probably a toilet in there, little sink in there. Oh, there's a microwave down there. This wouldn't be bad. This is a good bachelor pad boat. Huh. Oh man, you would really have to check one of these out to make sure you're getting a good deal. This is going to be cheap, but there may be a reason that it's going to be cheap as well. The top doesn't come off, so we can't look at the engine. Probably has a 350 or 305 in it, I'm going to guess. Oh, is that coming off of there? There we go. The old Mercruiser. Yeah. What is that? Yeah, it looks like, nope, it's 4.3 V6 engine. Still a good engine. I imagine it has low miles on it. But what you want to do is check the block. You're going to have to check all around that block to make sure it was winterized over the past winters and doesn't have a cracked block in it. So we are not going to bid on this, but I have a feeling that it is going to go really, really cheap. If it brings $1,000, I will be surprised on this one. Now keep in mind, if anything's wrong with like the outdrive, the engine block, all that stuff, pretty much renders the boat almost worthless. So that is a big gamble, but one that could pay off in the spring. Now, they do have a fix-it-up section over here, and right here we have a little Jeep, and it seems to be missing something right here. So don't know what happened to this guy, but it's been sitting without any wheels on it for quite some time, out in the middle of, I don't know, a field or something. But oh, I wonder what it has in it. Probably inline 6-cylinder. And well, yes, I was right. It has the inline 6-cylinder and a mud dauber's nest sitting in there, and something's been eating stuff on there. Yeah, this is definitely a cheapy one. Oh, I like it though. This would be a good fixer-upper. But one of my buddies said he was going to try to put a bid in on this one, so we're going to see if he buys it. And if he buys it, maybe we can go look at it and get it running again for him or something. That's stick shift. Another stick shift. Wow, this is stick shift day. Wonder if the clutch is any good in this. It seems to be okay. The brakes seem to be okay. You know, this isn't bad really. Kind of like this. Oh, look, another Kenwood stereo. Wow, we were really into the Kenwoods today. Oh yeah, definitely liking this one. Now here's some more cars out of the they don't run section. These about 6, 7, 8 cars, maybe down to the Blazer. All these are things, yeah, well, they need something. They can't get them to start. There's something wrong with them. They won't move, whatever. But you know, if you're looking for a fixer-upper, here's your fixer-upper section. The only thing I'd really be interested in is this. This is a Mazda B2500, but doesn't it kind of look familiar? You know why? Because it's actually a Ford Ranger. If we lift this hood right here, I'm pretty sure you notice what kind of engine this is. This is it's a Ford engine. So either that or it's the Ford Ranger has a Mazda engine in it. Whichever way you want to go with that one. But that's I think that's the 2.2 liter, 2.5 liter. I'm sorry, Motorcraft Ford engine. See, it's right there. Mazda truck with the Ford engine in it. It actually looks pretty good. So if you like Ford Rangers, or you want to go race a Ford Ranger at the Cletus McFarlane event, just take these badges off, take the grill out, and well, it's a Ford Ranger. I don't think the Ford Ranger has a bump out on it though, but those sure look like Ford Ranger tail lights and everything. And that take that tailgate off, put it on the Ford Ranger, no problem. But yeah, is it a stick too? Let's see. It is a stick. Man, so many stick shifts nowadays. And that's why they're at the auction. Nobody can drive them and nobody wants them. But I kind of like this one though. It's pretty cool. I don't know. The bed, look at the bed though. Look at how offset that is. There's a problem here. That shouldn't be like that. And so we're gonna walk away from that, but it's probably a $500 truck, I would have to guess. So not only will they sell you a vehicle, they will sell you a place to live. Look at this big camper. This thing is huge. Winnebago. Let's see what's inside of it. Oh, there we go. Let's see. This is a dated interior. That's pretty much your grandmother's couch, and that is very, very 90s. This looks like it should be on the back of a water bed or something. Huh. Well, oh, look at the size of that TV. And it's an audio box. You guys remember those? Some of you do. And it's a Venture, and it has a CB radio, a Cobra 29 LTD, which I think they still make these even to this day. That's kind of cool. I like that. It doesn't say the year on it. It should say on the windshield, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna guess this is like a 95 maybe, with the green, mint green interior and carpets, giant TV, CB radio, gold accents, gold sconces, man, grandma's couch, easy chair from All in the Family. This should let down into a bed. Formica countertops with your cheesy faucet there. These, I bet if we lift this up, it probably looks like brand new, because who actually cooks in one of these? Well, it's pretty new, but yeah, those burners have been used, a couple of them. So this was used a little bit, but the oven, you know what? It actually looks like somebody used the oven too. Wow. So this was, this might have been lived in at some point. The roof, you have to check the roof really good, especially around these vents. Look for water stains, which there's just a hair of water stain right there, and there's a little bit right here, but this is loose. This probably needs to be resealed. But check the corners of these, especially in the back corners. The bedroom, is that like a queen size? It's pretty good, but this actually looks pretty good. Oh, hey. And the bathroom here has got a fair size shower and a place to pee and a door. Yeah, I kind of like this. Well, look, somebody was living in this. Wonder what happened to them, because there's some of their clothes right there. Hope they're still not here. TV remote. Should have had a TV back here too, but I don't see one. Maybe that goes to the front TV. But I would like to have this just for to keep up on the property. Yeah, they were using this refrigerator. I bet you somebody was living in this. Microwave doesn't look really used. It looks in good shape, but this is all right. I would drive this. The only drawback is it's on a Ford chassis, and I don't like working on Ford chassis, but it's got a backup camera too and a fan. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I kind of dig it. Probably gonna go for too much, but if it hits around $3,000, yeah, maybe we can get this. And oddly enough, these giant Isuzus are going through the auction as well. And they say Salvation Army. Wonder what happened, because these are pretty good looking trucks, and they're not that old. You figure they would still be using these things, but I definitely don't have the money, but I would like to have one. There's another camper that's going through the auction, and it's also a Ford. Oh, what is with all the Fords? Let's get some Chevys, or at least some Dodges. It's not bad. It's not going through this auction, but we'll keep an eye on it, see what it goes for. That's going to be one of our goals. We need a camper to take up to Street Rat Garage worldwide headquarters, so we have a place to, you know, chill out, eat our lunch, wash our hands, and use the bathroom. There's no place for that up there. So hey, look at this right here. What do we have? It's a little Buick. What was this called? A Skyhawk. There it is right there. The old Skyhawk. Man, this is cool. It only has 96,000 miles on it, which is probably because it broke down at some point. These were not great cars, and this one is not a great car, but surprisingly it's still around. Oh, look at the rust. Oh, that's a shame. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot of rust. Oh, have I had my tetanus shot? Yeah, but it's not awful though. I don't know about this one. It's cool, kinda now. It was never cool. It was just sort of a disposable, you know, car. It has been sitting for a while somewhere. I'm gonna guess somebody's grandma's car or grandpa's car. They probably bought it brand new and didn't drive it a whole lot. Drove it enough to wear the seat out though. This is another, I don't know, what do you call it, an older person's deal from back in the day. 96,000. Now I wonder if this actually has 96,000 because it only has a 5-place odometer, it could be 196,000. That's kind of war, but it's not awful. I don't know. This just brings back bad memories. It's just ugly, but it's so ugly that it's kind of cool now. But we'll see what it goes for. If it's super cheap, maybe we can pick it up. But if not, we're not going to worry about it. Oh, Mercedes. All right, now this one right here is the last one we're going to check out before we go inside to see how much these are going for. I think this is 62 Chevy truck. And it is so nasty, but it's so awesome. Oh, look at the stuff. There's been raccoons and squirrels living in this. It's got the 6-cylinder in it, and if it spins, that engine turns over, this sucker will start. Look at the doors though. How cool is this door? Lyle R. Koger and Sons, Newcastle, Indiana. That's about, I don't know, 40 miles from here, so it's not that far away. But I guess a farm truck, construction truck or something. Looks like they tore something down and parked it one day and never used it again. So, oh my gosh, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad. They're usually in a little bit better shape than this, but man, this one is just trashed. I will be surprised if anybody bids on this. It's all rusted out on the windshield. The steering wheel is cool though. Awesome steering wheel. So $100 bid for the steering wheel. I can't buy this. What would I do with it? How would I move this? The wheelbase looks long enough. It should fit on the trailer, but I don't know how wide this is. Even though it's an inset wheel, it might fit in between the wheels of the trailer. It's really not sticking out that far if you look at the cab. Kind of trying to talk myself into it, but I don't think we should do it. This would clean up fantastic. The patina would be on point. This is pretty awesome, but I don't know. We shouldn't do this. Oh, it's got a PTO on it, so this is going to be a dump bed as well. Man, that's cool. This is going to be too heavy. I don't have the truck. I only have a half-ton truck. I can't haul this. What am I thinking? We're going to walk away from this. We can't do that, but we're going to see what it goes for. I bet it goes for like 500 bucks. Well, let's go back inside and see what these things are going to go for. All right, we are back inside and it is auction time. The auction has already started and they're selling some of the non-runners that they have. Apparently they had a bunch of cars lying around that, they needed to be sold. They're non-runners, probably scrap metal stuff. I don't know what the deal is with them, but they're going a little bit higher than I would imagine that they should. But if somebody's willing to pay, that must be what they're worth. But we do have the 1963 Chevy truck, that big old 2-ton, 2.25 ton, 2.5 ton, whatever that thing is. It's getting ready to come up here. So we're going to pump up the sound here and get ready to bid on that. Let's have a look at it here. All right, here is the Chevy 1963, and it has a bid of $450. So somebody's actually bidding on that. I'm surprised, and I am already not willing to give that much for this truck. If I was sure I could pull it, I would buy this, but I really like this truck. But it's just not worth it. So they got $450 on it, and they're going to sell it. That's what it's going to go for. But you got to remember, you're going to pay for the buyer's fee, and it's a little bit more than I want. There it goes. Sold for $450 on that one. And that's a shame. I don't know. I think on some of that low-end stuff, they should drop the auction fees down on those things, because $450, by the time you get done paying the auction fees, you might have $300 worth of auction fees, taxes, and internet fee, and all that other stuff. So $450 is going to get you about an $850 bid in on that truck, and I don't think it's worth it. I mean, that was a $500 truck, flat out, all day long. So, but somebody bought it. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe they won't come pick it up, and then maybe we can sneak in there and try to negotiate a deal. But you never know. That's going to be a hard truck for somebody to move. Well, they are done with the garbage cars there, and we're going to move on to the better stuff. So the Bayliner is coming up for sale here. That's that big cabin boat that we looked at. I can't remember what I said that should go for, but let's check it out and see what it does go for. Okay, here it is, the 1995 Bayliner, and it's at $900, and they have asking bid of $1,000. So they're trying to get $1,000 out of it. What did I say on that? I can't remember. Maybe, I don't know. I think I said more than that. But yeah, this is about to close. If the engine's good, $1,000 for it, yeah, all day long. But going once for $900. The first time you don't winterize that, and leave water in that block, engine is done. So there's a very good chance that has a cracked engine block. But that's a pretty good deal. Almost makes me wish that we would have checked it out a little bit more. And they're going to sell it all the way, which they're willing to take $900 on it. Now that makes me think, there it goes, that makes me think there's something wrong with this boat. But hey, nice. But like I said before, something's wrong with that engine, that transom, anything. Yeah, the boat's worthless, but it can be parted out, but not till springtime probably. If the transom's good, you got some good money there. If the parts off the engine, it have that trolling motor off the back and several other parts. The trailer, a couple, $200-300 there, I guess. You can make some money off of that, but I am not willing to do that because it is winter time, and that won't be ready till spring. But it's a good time to buy boats, though. If you're into boats, come springtime, those things will go way, way up in value. So just keep that in mind. Now we have the 1985 Buick Skyhawk, the ugly car, but ironically, I don't know, somebody would drive this ironically because it's so ugly that it's actually pretty good, but I don't think I can do that. Let's see what it goes for, though. Well, $450 on it, $550 on it. Will they get $650 on it? They may, I don't know. But going once for $550. I mean, it has. Where are you gonna find one? Yeah, where are you gonna find one? You're not gonna find one, that's for sure. But just because you can't find one doesn't mean it's a rare car. So title attached. They're gonna sell, what are they up to? $575 now. It's a 2.0 overhead valves and 98,000 miles. It is a running car. Exhaust is loud, lot driven, faded paint. Doesn't they say anything's wrong with it? So it'll probably ride and drive down the street just fine. I mean, this is a cheap enough car. Oop, it just sold for $575, so that one's gone. I would probably entertain the notion of buying that because it is so bad that it's actually good. But we got a whole lot full of cars that are really bad but are actually good, so we don't need it. So what we need is something to flip and sell. I'm not sure if we're going to find it today, but we are going to keep looking. Let's see what else we have. Next up is the Camaro, that lime butterbean green Camaro that was apparently in a lot of accidents. Now, what did I say on this? Was it like $3,000? It's $1,900, $2,100, $22. Oh man, it's going. And it just stopped. What was the problems with this? There it goes again. $2,300 body dents and dings. It's got the V6. And what's it say about this? Automatic transmission. Under a condition report. Oh, there we go. Carfax, salvage title, rebuilt title. So it was wrecked, it was totaled. Somebody probably bought it from Coparts, put it back together, and there you go. It was probably all fixed up, and then somebody else got a hold of it and beat it up. But 28 is almost at the 3,000 mark that I was saying. $2,900, $100, and I'll have my winning bid of $3,000. I didn't bid on this, but just saying, if it goes for $3,000,
I need $3,000.
$3,000. Will she get it?
$3,000.
Well, they're gonna get it. It's going twice. This is the last time. And 3, 2, 1, and
If sale for $2,000.
oh, and it's an if sale. Oh, geez.
$7 extra.
So in case you don't know, an if sale is it means it has a reserve on it, and they don't want to take the $2,900. They have a price they want, probably like $4,000 or something. So they're going to call the owner of the car and say, hey, what will you take for it? And then they go back and forth and see if they can make a deal, or if they can or can't make a deal. And here is our 1996 Chevy Impala. This one ought to do pretty decent. What's the deal on it? Running vehicle, low miles, average wear and tear, yada yada, title in hand. Yeah, it looks like it was a runner and driver. It just has ugly interior in it. 30, not fourth, almost $4,000. Well, it's bringing more than the Camaro already. $900, $1,000, $1,100 more than the Camaro even brought. Don't know if they will sell it for that kind of money, but we're going to find out how many miles were on that. 141,000 miles. But this interior, oof, it's just outdated. That's why you don't put custom interior in stuff. It has a tendency to get outdated. We can open up the hood on that, but there was a, wow, $6,000 on it now. Man, it is going. Unbelievable. It has a, showing us a picture of the oil cap. There's a picture of the engine right there. So yeah, that looks like the if sale $6,100. It didn't even sell. But yeah, that was the LT1 engine in that one. $6,000, and they didn't sell that with that interior. Maybe we need to go find a Impala SS, apparently. If we can find an Impala SS for about $3,000 and clean it up, we know where to sell it. Okay, here's one that is coming up that we did not see on the lot because I didn't see it anywhere. But it's a Chevy Tahoe. It's, what year is it? It's a 13, and I have a 14. So I am very interested to see what this 13 goes for, because it'll be comparable in price to what I could sell for. So let's have a look. Okay, well, it is currently only at $1,200. It is not doing very good. It's a 4x4 though. Mine is not a 4x4. It's got 164,000 miles on it. So, but it's very similar to my truck. Got the 5.3 in it. Oh, it does have some rust on it though. That's not looking good. Huh. Okay. $1,800, not good. Apparently it's not going to be a good time for me to sell mine, because I definitely would want to get more money than that. So this one's going twice at yeah, $1,800. The interior is different from mine. It's not as good though on the inside. Maybe that's what's holding it back. I don't know. Oh, it's got rust. It's got rust. It's got scuff marks. They didn't clean it up very good. Look at that big rustle right there. Okay, well, now they're going to sell it all the way. Maybe this one isn't as good as mine, even though mine had been wrecked on the opposite side and we fixed it. And that will bring the price down. But $1,800, they're just gonna sell it. There it goes, $1,800 on that Tahoe. So we will be waiting until tax season comes around. As soon as tax season comes around and we have another vehicle, we can put the Tahoe up for sale, and it'll definitely go for way more than that. Great time for buying, lousy time for selling. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get a drink,
Sale
so
for $600.
much better.
Next item. Forklift.
Our forklift is up next. Let's see what this goes for. Okay, well, $650. That was not far off of the $500 I would have gave for it. Have no idea if this runs or drives or anything about it.
It's worth more than that.
And it really doesn't say anything about it. Okay, we know nothing about this besides it's a forklift. And they have it inside, so it probably does run. Man, if this had better tires on it, I would buy
I
this.
want $750. New bid increment $25.
650 on it. It's pretty cool though.
Going twice for $650.
I think it runs. The forks are up. They're in a different position, so it must be a runner.
For $650.
Yeah, they got if sale $650. So they want more money for it than that. Probably at least $1,000, I would imagine. I can't imagine them selling something like that. That's got to be worth a few bucks to somebody in a warehouse or something, propane powered. So it's a warehouse forklift. That would have been cool to have. I wish we had some flat ground to run it on. Now we have the GMC Denali, the one that we looked at that was black. Had a little bit of rust underneath the hood for some strange reason, but had really good rocker panels and a good frame. So it's not a bad deal. I don't think it'll go for a whole lot of money. It kind of had high miles, but not really. Those engines go for a very long time. Well, here it is. Let's see what she's going to go for. All right. For some reason, we don't have any sound, but it's at $2,100. There it goes. $2,100. It runs, it drives.
Still under the money.
Third row seating.
Going twice for $2,100.
What engine does it have? It has a 6.2 in it as well. You know.
No sale. The reserve was not
Oh, that didn't go. That would have been a good deal just for the engine by itself at 6.2. I would have thought about buying that for that kind of money, just to yank that engine out. Then we could part the rest of it out, make our money back, and have a free engine. Those Salvation Army donation trucks, they're coming up for sale. I just kind of want to see what something like that would go for. I would have to imagine like 15,000 maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to see what kind of money that goes for. What would you pay for a big box truck like that? We're not going to look at all three of them, but whatever that one sells for, the rest of them are going to sell for about the same. Okay, well, it's up for sale. It's a 14. It has $950, which seems really cheap. Is there something wrong with this? Running vehicle, average wear and tear.
Selling all the way.
What? For $950? What? How is that a thing?
We're going to sell it. New
That
bid
can't.
increment $25. Asking for $1,075.
That can't be. It says lot driven.
Going twice for $1,050.
What is wrong with this running vehicle? Never condition. I wish I would have checked on that. That's ridiculous.
For $1,050.
Are you kidding? That is ridiculous. Well, okay. That's crazy. Well, maybe next time we'll make sure to look at all of the stuff going through the auction. I don't know. Probably not. Would have liked to have one of those, but if there's a problem with it, maybe the transmission or something's out on it, we can't tow that all the way up to Street Rat Garage Worldwide Headquarters, because that would probably cost more than what we paid for it. But that would make a good storage bin. So who knows? We will buy a box truck one of these days for sure. Car coming up next is our big baller Porsche, which, I mean, it's not so bad. It's just outdated. The thing about luxury cars is they lose value extremely bad. So if you buy a new one, you're just looking for a tax write-off there, because it's gonna fall incredibly hard. Let's see what this one goes for. Well, $1,600 on it. And they're trying to get $1,700 on it. And it was a charity donation. Somebody didn't even want this. They just gave it away. $1,700. Running vehicle. Average wear and tear. Lot driven. Cracked windshield. Check engine lights on.
$1,800.
I mean, I don't know. For 1,800 bucks,
I need $1,800.
plus about $300 in auction fees, you're looking at about $2,000 for a
Sold for $1,700.
Porsche. There, it's sold.
Are you
So
still listening?
they are about $2,000 into that Porsche.
Give me $550.
Not bad. Oh, look, another boat. Oh, we didn't see that. Well, it was sitting next to that other boat, and
I need $650.
I didn't bother to look at it. It's probably going to go cheap too. Wonder what the deal is with that. Again, great time to buy boats, but you really got to know what you're doing. It's got the got a good outdrive on it. Mercruiser outdrive.
$150.
That's that could be worth 500 bucks all by itself. Trailer.
Is sale for $550.
Yeah, it's on the if for $550. So they might sell that one for that kind of money.
2004 Ranger
And another
Cruiser,
boat,
about
man.
to
Look at
close.
all these boats they have.
New bid one. New bid one. New bid 2000.
Wow, look at them. This is a bass boat.
New bid
So
$2,850.
apparently that's the way to go.
Going twice for
These are easy.
$2,850.
These have an outboard engine on it right there.
Sale. The reserve was not met.
Yep, and it was a no sell. $2,800 and it was a no sell. But yeah, that's definitely the way to go there. So we learned something today. Boats, lousy. Pleasure boats, lousy. Fishing boats, bass boats, boom, big money. I cannot believe that went for that kind of money. I thought that would go for like $300 or $400. It's not very big, but that's what people want. But yeah, it's easy to work on. It's got an outboard engine. If that engine's bad, just yank that one off, toss another one on, keep on going. It's no big deal, easy to replace. They're not that expensive, so yeah, bass boats. We'll keep our eye out for that. That was what, like 2,800 bucks for that one, and it didn't meet reserve. So if we can find another bass boat around for like $1,000, we could run it through this auction, make a couple $1,000 just like that. So there you go. You know what to look for now. We're about to have a look at both of our Volkswagen Beetles and see what kind of money they go for. I'm gonna be sad if they go for too cheap, but I don't know what we would do with that stick shift Volkswagen, but I kind of like that one. Let's have a look. And here she is at $550 on that 2000. What did it say about it down here? Lot driven.
About to close.
Doesn't say anything bad, lot driven, so it runs. That's about all it says. Not much information
$600.
on this
No,
at
it's worth
all.
more than that.
2.0 engine,
We're going twice for $600.
$600. That's not bad,
Where
not
did everybody
bad.
go?
That interior is garbage though,
If sale for $600.
if so. Well, let's see what the yellow one
Next
goes
item,
for.
give me
Oh, it's only
$550.
450 bucks. Wow. Oh man, I like it so much though. It's a stick shift.
About to close.
Oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do?
Sorry if you stop bidding on this one.
Does it run? Running vehicle,
Going
stick
once for
shift,
$450.
low miles, glove box is missing, engine check light is on, 143,000
Going twice
miles.
for $450.
Ugh,
Best child.
gross,
New bid increment. New bid $475.
gross. Do we hit it
Selling
once?
all the way.
Oh, they're gonna sell it all the way. Are you kidding? Oh, I'm gonna hate myself if I just pass
New
it
bid
up.
$500.
Nah, so my bid 500. I was gonna bid 500. I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
Going twice for $500.
What will we do? But those rims, I like the rims. Fine, $525.
60
Just because of these rims, I could put them on my daughters for that kind of money and just junk the
Going
whole
twice for
rest of it.
$525.
Oh,
Give me $550.
I was outbid. Okay, we're done. Fine. We're not going to bid. That was the only reason I would
We're
give
going to sell it.
that much.
Going
But
twice for $550.
stick shift car.
Ride in style.
I don't need it.
Sold for $550.
Yeah, 550 bucks. No, I didn't need it. Wanted it, but didn't need it. So,
Next item. 2010.
whew, my hands are kind of sweaty on that one.
About to close.
Wanted it, but glad I didn't get it.
New bid.
Okay,
$1,400.
our Winnebago RV is up here. So let's have a look at that and see what it goes for. So
About to close.
$1,500.
New bid $1,600.
$1,600.
$1,700.
So
New bid $1,700.
$1,700. It's starting to go up there.
It's got to be worth more than that.
I would say, yeah.
Going
And
once
it
for $1,700.
says it runs and drives.
New bid $1,800. New bid $1,900.
And it's got the big engine in it. It only has 40,000 miles on it. Running vehicle.
New bid $2,000.
$2,000. I said about $3,000. But
Going twice for $2,000.
it's
Be
decent.
worth more than that. Asking for $2,100. New bid $2,100.
I don't know. Do we need this? We kind of do and we kind of don't. It'd be just a couple thousand, $2,200. It's slowly getting up there. I think it's gonna surpass what we want to bid on it.
Jump in at any time.
I really want to bid on it, but I
Asking for $2,300.
think we're gonna pass on this one too. Because I'll just take it up to the property and park it and then not do anything with it. And it's on if sell, so we don't know if it's going to sell or not. But, yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be back next week because I don't think they're going to come up with the number these people want. At least $3,000, I'm sure. They probably want more because it has low miles on it, but this is not the time to be trying to sell an RV at all. Who is going to buy that unless there's somebody that really wants to get out of here and go down to Florida? That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should have bid more on that. It's getting cold up here, definitely. We'll keep an eye on it, see if it goes through next week, and see if they'll take. I'd probably bid what to go for, like 24, 25, something like that, 26. I probably would have bid somewhere around on there, but Ford chassis, I don't know. Maybe I should go check it out. We'll give it a couple of days. We'll go ask them if it's sold, if they went ahead and made a deal on it. If not, maybe we'll fire it up, look through all the systems, and do a real good checkout on that. I kind of like to have that. Oh well, let's see what else we have.
Next item.
Well, we have that Jeep that has no wheels on it. Let's have a look at it here. It's $550, and nobody's
About to close.
bid on it.
Arrival.
No, my buddy, he said he was going to bid on it. So we're going to see if he gets this one. And
It is a classic. Going once for $550.
maybe we can go have a look at it if he buys it. I'll call him up later and see if he got that one.
Twice for
Nobody's
$550.
bidding on this. If he hadn't told me that he was going to bid on it, I would put a bid in on
Sale
this.
for $550.
And it's an if sale, so we don't know if he got it or not. Okay, well, I'm going to call him later, and I can let you know what happened on that. In the meantime, here is that Mazda/Ford Ranger that's not running and going for $450, and nobody's bothering to put a bid in on it.
Lots and lots of metal.
$475. So it only has 2 pictures of it.
We're going to sell it.
Charity.
Sold for $450.
Well, somebody bought it, $450. So there you go. They bought themselves a nice little Ford Ranger / Mazda B2000. That was an okay deal. Depends on what's wrong with it. That's not so bad. So that's the last one that we are going to look at today. This is the Indiana Public Auto Auction. It's right here in Indianapolis, Indiana, on the south side of town. South inner side of town. It's like on Madison Avenue. I don't know the exact address, but I can just simply look right here. It says 1340 South Madison Avenue. So if you're looking to bid, go in there, tell them you saw the video on Street Rat Garage, and they will give you absolutely nothing for that, but it'll make me look good. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rat Garage. Until next time.